This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Well, here we are at Lumley Bayshore Community Center, and we're bringing to you Silver Stick final games today by a 4-game telecast. Sarnia's thing, Center Wellington Fusion. And I'm going to ask this question again. I asked it yesterday. I said, what does this tournament mean to the kids?
This is always the big, speaking from experience and the years that I had coaching, Gord, this was always one you circled on the calendar. Because not only, do you get the chance to play in a regional Silver Stick, but just like these teams today, whoever wins, right, you're going to get an invite right away and you're going to get to go to the international finals. So for all the teams that are playing today, the champions, they'll get to go to Newmarket middle of January, and they'll get to compete for an international Silver Stick title.
That's a big thing of it, but as a coach, what do you emphasize? All of a sudden now there's pressure. How do you deal with that with a group of kids that are coming in to play on a Saturday afternoon? And quotation marks, or Sunday afternoon, quotation marks is you got to have fun.
Yeah, no, and that's it. You stress you got to have fun. You stress to the kids just to go out there and do what they've been doing all year, even though it's early in the season. Go out there and compete. A lot of the times you're playing teams that you're not familiar with because they might be coming from a different governing body. And you just, ask them, go out, give 100%, have some fun, and good things will happen. I know it sounds so cliche, but
anyway, we got this game under wraps already. It's starting, and I believe Sarnia's sting is in black to our left. You got that big sting on their logo. Chasing after the puck, Cole Walker. Walker passes across to this side, got it out. Big number 14, and that's Nisker. Nisker trying to poke check it away, can't. Fired up along the wall. Kendall just missed it. And Nisker's going to do some forechecking. On top of Grundon. Grundon just fires it around this side. Up along the wall, centered it back outside to Callender. They can't get it out of their zone, just fired right back in by Osowski. And then backhanded into the circle and tried to get it out. Kept at the blue line, was Wright. Wright has it, tried to get a shot, hit a leg in front. Wright comes back after, takes the man out at center and made a nice defensive play, or he was away. Smith has it, takes a shot, and it's just off the blocker, but wide of the net. Sarnia trying to get the puck out, having a little problem in the circle. It could have been called tripping on that play, but referees seemed to let it go.
The fan over in the corner there had his arm up as well.
Chasing the puck down the ice, and it just tapped off like the goaltender. We'll get the goaltenders who's starting and who's not. I believe it's number 31.
Looks like number 30 for Center Wellington, Regan Woods maybe.
And 31 is, I don't have 30 for
no,
Sarnia.
I think that's a long ways away. I think it's 30 as well, Gord.
Okay, so it's Platt. Center Wellington, Fusion, with a little pressure, couldn't keep the puck in. Still nothing early in the first bit, just a couple minutes gone. Into the skates of Callender, and he just drops it down the ice. Chasing after, we're getting an icing call.
That's nice, these tournaments, Gord. It's, Center Wellington, you're doing some games for Rogers Television throughout the year. This is a team that you'd see in Owen Sound quite often. But Sarnia, totally different loop. They play in the Alliance. So for fans, us up here doing some commentating, and the kids, it's nice to see some different teams every once in a while.
It is, and this is one thing about Silver Stick. You're going to get teams from all over the area. Sarnia picking up the puck. White has it, going down the right wing. And a little bit of contact there. Falling also was Marson as he tried to keep it in, or get it out, pardon me. And we're getting a whistle, and it's going to be offside. Changes up all the way around. Campbell at center. Familiar number in black and gold. White on one wing. Campbell gets it back. And he fires it. How much do you want to bet that his nickname is Soupy?
Yeah, that seems, I think that's a given. Anytime you have a last name Campbell.
Campbell, nice move. And he just fires it by.
Whether you want it or not, whether you like soup or not, you're getting nicknamed Soupy.
Reagan Wood. Well, it's what they do with your last name. How many times I've had Chappie, you know.
I think over the years we've had a few Soupies here playing for the Platers or the Attack as well.
Yeah, we have. Center Wellington couldn't get it out. They had to turn a bouncing shot and it went in.
I think his own player knocked that out of midair. Ironically enough, if it was going towards the other net, probably would have been called a high stick, but that was...
Gonna watch it here on Rogers replay. We're gonna see what's happened. Puck is fired. That should have been cut.
Right into their own net, so no high stick there, but that was even up over his head. Good hand-eye coordination by the young defenseman there, but unfortunately into the back of his own net.
Crane got it out of his zone up to the number 55, and that's Lewis. Lewis just fires it right back in. Center Wellington got to shake that one off. That's a fluke goal. Kept in Cobb. Little scrambly out there right now. After the puck. Crane in a crowd, and there's changes going up, and he's on his own. Crane still with the puck along the boards. Crane still has it. Gets up, fires it on goal. And Klatt makes the save, doesn't make any mistake with that puck as it's right in his mitt, covering the 5-hole, make sure it doesn't go in.
I was looking at the stats this morning from the pool play, and Center Wellington only allowed 3 goals in their 4 games. So this could very well be the first time maybe they're playing from behind.
Well, that's a good possibility. Puck bounces over the stick. And Mason Lisowski just puts it back up along the boards. The Sting get it in, drive it down into the zone. Lisowski's after it. Puck out to the blue, and there's a shot off the skate in front. There's a shot right in on the logo, and a good stop made by Reagan Woods as he made the save. It changes up all the way around. You can see the age limit, though, and you see that they're trying to do the things, and sometimes they just don't get there. So it's, but both these teams well coached.
They look good out there for being U10 team. So far, 5 minutes, well structured, moving the puck well. So I think we're in for.
Wargella has the puck picked up by number 19. That's Zach Crooks. Crooks gets a shot. Good stop, loose puck along the side of the net. Zach Crooks jumped on one and had a nice opportunity to score a goal. He couldn't get it there. Oliver fighting for it in the corner. Good stick. Shea Smith, he gets a shot and it off a leg in front. Puck along this side. And down the ice, off a stick. Chasing after it is Webb. But centered out in front, going to keep it in at the blue line. There's a shot on the ice, not much on it. Knocked off in the corner by Cameron Webb. There's another shot. These Sarnia guys, I'm telling you, they get the puck in there and then get towards the net.
It's once again, it's one of those cliches, right? About get the puck on net. Good things can happen.
Well,
and that's what we.
Center Wellington with the puck and off the boards, chasing after it, getting it. Shea Smith on, but he's drawing the crowd. It's 3 black jerseys end up right on him, but he gets that puck in the corner, send it right back out, just off the end of the stick of Trent Crane, and Crane digs it out along the wall. Pat Fitzpatrick scores on a nice shot, ties this one up.
That was a beautiful shot.
And it takes back that fluke goal that Sarnia got. So now it's back to 1-1. It's a new game.
That's a beautiful shot from a 9-year-old. Just high, just outside the hash marks. Oh, right on the hash marks.
Oh.
Goalie was down and up over the blocker, under the bar.
Number 5, Ben Fitzpatrick scored that goal. Got his team back even. Wait. Going after the puck, but it's called icing, and we're going down the full length of the ice. Again, you got to say thanks to the officials. I know they make a little bit of coin when they do a game, but that's not but without them, hockey isn't played.
No, exactly. And I think this area, this association is no different than anywhere else right now. There seems to be a bit of a shortage from everything that I've heard, Gord. This is a long weekend. There's a lot of games played this weekend, so kudos to all the guys that are out there wearing the stripes.
Campbell has the puck coming in over the blue line. Tried to get around right and failed to do it. On that puck real fast is Wilson. Wilson couldn't get it off as it hit Campbell in the slot area. Comes back to the point. Lewis has it. He's just going to drive it along the wall. Coming around to this side to White. White centered it out. And then just fired down the ice. Because Wargala had a piece of that, so. Well, pardon me, that was Grasso, number 41. That was 44, so. Kind of nice to see the name tags on the back of the jerseys up at the top of the jersey. Makes it easier for us guys to see who they are. And
yeah, there are some centers that have them down that lower bar down along the bottom of the jersey. And I know you comment a fair bit. The kids, they love to tuck those shirts in. Hard to see the numbers, let alone their name.
Bizer right on goal. Shout, I think that hit the post on the left side. I don't think Platt got a piece of that or not. Stealing it again is Addis.
Another great shot, going up high.
Adams just dumps it off into the corner. On the far side is Cole Walker. Walker just slides it on up along the wall. Adams kept it in. Nice play at the blue line. Webb. Got to be careful here. His last man back. Puck's in his skates. Nice play. Being aware of where it was, but now we're getting it bottled up in the slot area. Finally, we're trying to figure out if there's anybody, then finally it's cleared out of the zone by Cameron Webb. Randall to Smith, and then Smith got a chance out there, number 18, and that's like Parker. Parker's not going to get it on goal, but gets control of that puck and comes back out front. Thompson has got a stick on the ice. Centered out in front, and I think Platt put his big mitt on it, got a stop and play. And
up against the post there. Thought he'd sneak one in there. Maybe he must have watched the Leafs last night. That's how Austin Matthews scored the first goal last night. Snuck it in somehow between the blocker and the post.
Well, it was kind of nice to see the Leafs win. I didn't want them to have a one-in-a-row streak.
No, that's a nice win against a great Boston Bruins team.
Well, yes, Bruins. I have a friend of mine that's an adamant Bruins fan, and I called him last night to see how they did.
Did he answer the phone?
Yes, he did.
I know I have some friends, a little rivalry if you're playing the Flames or playing the Red Wings or the Canadians. It's funny how if the Leafs lose, my phone rings off the hook, but I tend not to answer it.
Well,
and vice versa goes the same way. My friends don't tend to answer their phone if their team loses a game to the Leafs. So,
well, I just want the Leafs to do much better than what they've been doing, and now they've got 2 in a row, and except the goaltending could be a problem.
Goaltending problems again. Both guys hurt. Anyways,
back to this game. Center Wellington gets a puck in their own zone. Back to this side and fired right back in by Morris. And chasing after it pretty quickly is Oliver. Oliver in the corner couldn't come up with the puck, but Center Wellington does, and they're just stolen. Good play to get that out of the zone. Morrison has it. Tried to pass it up to Shea Smith, and that went off his skate and down the ice. Morris after it. Morris in his own zone. Didn't quite get a clearing pass as much as he wanted to. Davies keeps it in at the blue line. And he'll fire it into the slot area, nobody there, and the Sarnia Sting pick it up and get on their horse. Come out, Campbell has it. That's center ice. Good check by Nisker as he stayed with him. Grasso, he got over the blue line and still kept in. Crane didn't knock it out yet. Just lying on that line, and that puck has to go outside the blue line for it to get out. Pass off the right wing onto Nisker. Nice move to get around his man. Nisker right in on goal, has a chance, shoots, scores! Nisker capitalizes on a giveaway in the center ice area. Jumped on the loose puck and then took it down the ice and got a nice goal, and they're up 2-1 now. You'll see it.
Somebody from Sarnia there going back hard.
Campbell.
Getting the stick in around there, but not enough to stop the shot. That's a big goal. 36 seconds left in the first period.
And after giving up that that weird one, that could have unnerved them a lot, but they didn't. Smith has it. Smith trying to get around his man. Lewis takes him off to the side. Lewis has it again, coming back after it. On the far side, on it, forechecking his Crooks. Crooks trying to handle it. Puck still in the corner. Time is winding down. 13 seconds left in this first period. We're playing 10 stop and 2:15 stop time. So here they come outside the line. That horn. And there goes the horn in the first period is in the books. Funny goal scored by Sarnia to take a 1-0 lead earlier. And then the Sting come up with 2 goals, the Fusion come up with 2 goals. Now lead this contest 2-1.
It's a good first period. I think both teams would be happy with that. If I'm Sarnia, probably talking about the fact that we got that first goal. It was a fluke, but we did have some pressure on them. It's tough to give up that goal. 30 seconds left in the first period, but it's a good center Wellington team. There we can see this is a 1 versus 2. It was one big pool for the U10. So this is, I guess, you know what, it all in all, it all worked out well, Gord. We got the top 2 teams playing each other.
And Center Wellington, defeated New Hamburger 2-1, Collingwood 4-1, Aurelia 3-1, Oviedo down 8-0. So they were 4-0 in the round robin. So this was the best team that came out of it. The Sarnia Sting, you can see their record. They lost 1, and they lost the game to...
tied Collingwood.
Yeah, tied Collingwood 3-3. So they ended up 3-0-1, which is every bit as good a record. But they're here, and they're playing for it. Campbell, that center. Oh, winning the draw was Nisker. That center chasing after Lewis, and in behind his own net, stops, turns, passes it up to the left wing.
That's a nice breakout.
Nice.
For a group U10, that's a beautiful breakout. Reverse by the defenseman, hit the winger on the wall, and hit the centerman going up through the middle.
Campbell then picked that puck up, took it up the ice, and then tried to wrap around, didn't come through with it. Nisker just drops it off the boards and then going to chase it down. Lewis has got to get on it, and does. Comes around behind the net. Nice lead pass up the left wing. And Grasso decides to carry it this time. Grasso to Campbell. Campbell couldn't get around. He's got too many men. It's Crane. Trent Crane knocked it. Drew Adams gets the puck and just slides it out. Lewis at the blue line, backhand pass. Chip Fitzpatrick, he's the goal scorer so far. One of them. Grasso. Crane stole the puck. Crane couldn't get around Fitzpatrick again, but the shot just goes wide. Then Patrick again and finally shoots it. And Klatt just knocks it away. And it's just going to be dumped down the ice. You better be aware of this. Well, that would have been...
Those are the scary ones, Gord.
Oh, I know. Had me worried, and it's not even my team. Wargala at the blue line off his stick down the ice, and there's going to be no icing on this because they're waving it off. Sarnia in behind their own goal. Chasing over after his right. Right gets it along the wall. In behind the net. Smith tries to center it. Campbell gets it for Sarnia. Can't get it out. Osaski just get the blue line. Just knock it back inside. Number 4 is Zettel. And Zettel gets it up to the blue line but kept in by Wright. Wright just tried to get it in the slot area. Does. Crooks.
Just rolls off the end of his stick.
But didn't give it up, just right off into the corner. Osaski starting to back up, thought the puck might come out. Osaski has it, just shoots it back up. Wargala just gets it down the ice. After it is Wright along the boards. And it's knocked down by Callender, and Callender is in the corner after a little bit of contact. There's going to be a penalty.
Penalty for that. Did a good job keeping that puck in, up against the boards, as the defenseman tried to slide it up the boards, but did a great job keeping the puck in. Went down low and drew a penalty.
Now, but Wright's getting the penalty on this, and I thought that he was the one that was knocked down. I thought it was going to...
I thought it was going to, was it Callender?
Yeah.
But no, center Wellington, man short.
Awful lonely place to be when you're that small. Let me tell you, that penalty box is enough room for 4 others. There's a shot towards the net. Loose puck and then dumped right back out. Savo keeps it in. Into the corner. Wilson. Believe that Savo at the point. Just then it just gets by him. Morris was just sitting at the center ice line, just make sure nobody got by him.
And ices it. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, when you're that's the one thing you don't want to have is a face-off in your own zone when you kill the penalty off. But
he was playing back outside of center there for some reason, and the puck came out and threw it right back in.
Nisker. Webb. Adams. And Fitzpatrick are the penalty killers for center Wellington. Center Wellington's getting control in the zone, but chasing after it is Lewis now. Lewis is going to probably backhand, no, forehand in behind the net on this side to Grasso. Grasso has it. Nice breakout pass, but stolen right there by Drew Adams and knocked back inside the line as Grondin gets it. Grondin just dumps it up, kept in. It's a way to kill a penalty, played in the other guy's zone. Lead pass to Campbell up through the mid-counter, pardon me. There's a shot, good save by Woods. In behind the net, Nisker. Nisker takes it up the boards, kept in by number 16, Grondin, and Grondin can't control it. Lewis is back after it. He's going to take it right behind his own end. 38 seconds left in the power play. As center Wellington doing a really nice job of killing this off. Callender over the line. Callender takes the bouncing shot. Good pad save by Woods. But you got to watch those rebounds. In front, Campbell. Or pardon me, that was White. There's a backhand shot by White. Regala kept it in at the blue line. Zettler on the far side. He gets it on his stick, just puts it back into the corner. And Wright comes out of the penalty box, heading right to the bench. And center Wellington has successfully killed this off. 41, Grasso had a chance, but just rolled off the end of his stick through the slot area, and nobody in position to get it. Parker takes his man out. Here comes center Wellington. Nice move to get by one man. And that's number 16, Trent Crane. And Crane gets stopped in that big logo at center ice where you've got your own sound attack.
It's going to get whistled down. Yep, it was offside there. And referee was letting them know it was offside, but nobody cleared the zone, so blew the puck dead.
Silver Stick coming to you from the Lumley Bayshore Community Center, and a team from Sarnia and a team from center Wellington. And everybody knows where Sarnia is, but where's center Wellington?
Fergus. Alora Fergus.
I knew that, but a bunch of people.
Oh, maybe. Okay, I didn't know. I thought maybe you were testing me.
Well, there's a few other things I could test you on. I don't even worry about that. So, our viewers are probably tuning in to watch this, and I had some people. I was this morning some people were saying they had watched yesterday afternoon. So,
and they were unsure about center Wellington.
Yeah, well, no, but primarily I used to. That's someplace that they're not sure. Like,
right? Yeah, it's
so people watch this show. I shouldn't say it surprises me, but they have grandchildren. There was a lady in church this morning, and a grandchild playing yesterday, and I mentioned about the fact that they saw it on TV. And it's amazing the number of people actually do watch it.
It's a great opportunity for family, friends, Maybe some, like you said, grandparents to see their grandchild playing. And it's also a good coaching tool. I used to love these games. Get your hand on a copy of them. We talked about it a little bit last week. And use it as a coaching tool. Rogers does a good job putting these games on, and I'm glad people get to see the game and get to see their kids, their nephews, their nieces, maybe their neighbor.
But I shouldn't say I'm surprised. I should say it's kind of really nice that there is a following. And we've been doing this show for a number of years, and as a commentator and as a minor hockey fan, I appreciate what Rogers has done. There's a shot in on goal. Loose puck still there, and the referees aren't blowing his dead. Boy, how that got out of that maze of players, I have no idea. Sting. Randall along the board, still dragging that puck along. Randall gets it. Tried to get around James Marsden, and he was equal to the task, knocking that puck off into the corner. So Parker had a chance. Gets to Randall. Or Gallup, pardon me. Trying to read the name off the back of his jersey. Puck just outside the blue line. Chasing after Zach Crocks, trying to get it. Little back pass, and this could. They're going to just call offside. They're not going to call too many men.
I thought they were going to call too many. That would be a tough call, calling too many men on the ice there.
Well, you tend to, and these kids are just trying to get what they're supposed to do. That's the one disadvantage when they lengthen the benches and moved them a little bit further because of Junior A. They put that door right inside the blue line, made a difference. But most teams adapt to it pretty quickly. After the puck, Webb just going to dump it right inside the zone. As Randall tried to get it out, but didn't get it. John Thompson had a chance to get a shot on goal. This Center Wellington team has no problem putting that puck towards the goal, which is kind of neat to see. Not necessarily a shot, but get it towards the net where something can happen.
Yep, force the goaltender to make a play, maybe give up a little bit of a rebound, or who knows, might hit a skate and go in.
Salvo had the puck behind his net, got it out. Up to Callender. Callender races down the left wing, takes a long shot, just off the glove of Woods. Kept inside. Callender again gets it back to Salvo. Salvo's just going to dump it off into the corner. Chasing after, got to be careful. Salvo again, there's a little back pass into. Loose puck into goal crease, and Woods had to be sharp to stop that. That puck was bouncing around. Woods, Reagan Woods playing goal for Center Wellington. Has a 2-1 lead right now, and he had a weird goal scored against him in that first period, as it was high stick by his own player, and I mean high stick. That stick was above his head, above his shoulders, and the man deflected it. And he couldn't believe it. He looked up in the stands at his parents and went, "Whoa!" So
nothing he could do there.
No, that was a fluke. But they managed to rally back, which is kind of cool because didn't let it get to him. Right. Along the board, still can't get it out. Getting a little help from Marson, but keeping it in. 61 Oliver. Oliver doing a forechecking. Lewis does get it at that circle. Nisker just shoots it out of trouble. Ended up going in the goal crease and then swept away. Lewis keeps it in at the blue line. Pinches in. Oliver going to do a little forechecking. Lewis is still pinching in. Could cost him as he's working with Wilson along the boards, but Oliver cuts back to help out. Mason Osowski. He just puts it up along the boards right back into a whole bunch of sweaters. Osowski gets it again behind the net. Tried to set it up, blocked. As he had Marson coming up the boards, but couldn't get him the puck. Bertrand doing some forechecking in the corner. He's a big boy for it.
There are a couple of big kids out there.
Lewis, Oliver. Niska just decides to take it in behind the net, just along the boards, and nobody can stop that, and it gets it out. Lewis at center ice. Lewis Lewis hangs on to it, just passes it, and it's going to be offside.
There's that line change on the gate that's inside the blue line.
Well, they could have been called for too many men again. They might do it yet. Fired it down the ice. Of course, is Brendan Wright getting a little forecheck from Smith. Wilson with the puck. Tried to get it through a maze of players. Beiser has a chance into the circle. Going to put it at the net. Klatt make a save. Lake going to keep it in. Having trouble. Kicked it forward. Callender. And we're going to get a stop and play, I think. Is there a glove pass? No, offside. No, there's a penalty.
No. Sending somebody from Sarnia to the penalty box here.
Number 16.
Number 16.
Rondon going to the penalty box. So now, Center Wellington is going to have a chance to a power play. There's a shot right off the bat, off the post. And that was Nisker. Back out to the blue line. Brendan Wright just fires it right back into the net, deflected off into the corner. Webb tried to dig it out. Zettler getting in behind the net and then dumps it back out. Kept in by Smith. Shea Smith dumped back into the corner. Fitzpatrick sending it right out to Smith. There's a shot.
Doesn't know where it is, but I think he has it. That's a nice save.
That was a nice save because he didn't let that 5-hole open up and kept 30. That's Klatt, and he made a good stop. You're going to see the replay in the corner here. Nice setup. And that was Trent Crane that had the opportunity. Smith getting some help from the official with his helmet. Face-off deep in the zone. 1:31 remaining in that power play. Tried to set it up. It was Beiser, and he got stopped and tried to bring the puck down the ice. He's just going to shoot it in. Waste some time. Cole Walker takes it behind his own end. Walker looking for an open man. Just shoots it. And down the ice comes Campbell. Campbell after it. And right in on top of him and then knocks his man down. Nisker sending her back out. Gives it to Walker. Walker takes the shot. Another shot off the side of the net. Or Klatt made a good stop on it. Wasn't quite sure. Good power play.
Yeah, decent pressure there.
By Center Wellington. They are.
They are moving the puck around, using their defensemen. But Sarnia's doing a good job of keeping the puck to the outside there and not giving them any really good scoring chances.
Well, hopefully that's what you try and do, minimize what they can do with the puck. And Nisker had a chance to whack at it and it was stolen. Randall coming up the ice. Nisker just comes back. Good back check by Nisker, takes him off, and then the puck slides off into the corner. Up after it, it's Campbell. And Campbell couldn't get any. And Campbell takes his man into the boards. And Trent Crane gets the puck out, but Nisker's going to have a chance. And he's taken down.
There's going to be a penalty there, yeah.
And as soon as Sarnia touches the puck, it's going to be a penalty.
We'll give him a rough. 2 minutes for roughing.
8 seconds left, and the Elements will have a two-man advantage for 8 seconds, and then he'll go on the power play end as Randall. Campbell comes in and says hello to Grondin, and Grondin's going to leave soon anyway. But
I think Campbell was engaging just a few seconds before that along the boards there. I thought maybe there would have been a penalty there, but I guess they didn't let the second one. Didn't let it go.
Long shot in front. There's one by Shea Smith, and it went wide. Comes back to the blue line. Walker. He just shoots it off into the corner. In front, trying to set it up to Beiser, and Beiser couldn't put it away. And off a skate on the centering pass, and the puck is along the wall and in behind the goal. Chasing after it. Here's the sting, and then try and slide it out this side. They do get it, gonna get it out. That's Wilson. Wilson just fires it down the ice. Walker after it, or Cole Walker. Then Walker gives it away right in the slot area into the glove. And Wood have to make a save, or they're killing off a penalty, and they get in the stop. With 1:28 remaining in the second period. This is a pretty quick period.
U16.
So we've got 1:26 remaining, 1:09 in the power play, and nice job that Sarnia is doing to kill off the first one, and now they got the second one to kill off. The last 4 minutes of this game, they've had power play. Streaking down the ice is Crane. Crane's got Nisker with him. Crane reading on a goal, shoots, scores! Gets a power play goal. Taking a 3-1 lead, and that's a tough one when you scored that late in the period.
Yeah, Sarnia gave up one. It was at 30 seconds left in the first period, and now give up one here with a minute 10 left in the second. A couple of nice moves by Crane there, stick handling.
Well, he beat this man when he beat the man. He was home free, and then
Far side on the goaltender.
Yep. Zettel just backhands it into the zone. Zettel still has the puck into the 3 black jerseys. There's a shot off Woods. He's in position. I kind of like his play. I mean, he's got some pretty decent lateral movement for a 10-year-old, and there's another shot, another play.
Another nice save. Yeah, I was snooping around early this morning, Gord, doing some homework here for this Center Wellington team. In league play, 8 wins, no losses, only 7 goals against. So less than a goal against per game. Looks like they have 2 goaltenders. I don't know what their system is, if they rotate them back and forth or if one's playing a little bit more than the other. But there's not too many pucks getting by these goaltenders for Center Wellington.
Reagan Woods, I mean, they've had chances, and he's been, I like the way he plays positionally. You look at him when you see him, he's at the top of the crease. The coaches have already told him, he says, you'll cover more than that. One of the things I used to do as a coach, I would stand in front of the net. How much net can you see? And I keep moving out. How much can you see? How much can you see?
Exactly.
Okay, and then you look at it. So you play higher, you got less to shoot at. So.
And there's a good example of it right there.
Campbell, right off the face mask of Wood.
Another good save.
Whether
he meant to or not, but a little pushing and shoving there at the end. But that would have been a big goal for Sarnia there with a second and a half left for sure.
I think so, but the thing that I like about Wood is the fact is that he's moving. He's moving with the play.
He does.
And he's positioning himself. And now it's different than when they were 20 years ago. It's let the puck hit you.
Yep, exactly.
You know, so make your movement make you look good.
I think they're discussing there if there's a flood, but no, there isn't a flood here. I think both benches were getting a little bit of a chat from the referees here that kind of hold the benches there when the buzzer goes at the end of the period.
Yeah. Well, the next part's the award ceremony, so then we'll have to talk for a few minutes to figure out what. But still. Well, then I was just informed that we may not have the award system, but. Okay. We are. I'll tell you, to me, the goaltending is like almost 50% of a team, and because he can make or break you. And this Wood kid is standing tall. 3-1, final minute of play in U2 championship game at Silver Stick here in Owen Sound, Ontario. Ken Williams, Gord Chapman bringing you to the game this afternoon, and treat to have Ken in the booth, very knowledgeable. He's forgotten more hockey than I know.
I used to love these Silver Stick regional tournaments and going to the finals. Great experience for the players, the coaches, the staff, the parents, everybody.
Beiser just knocks the puck in the court across the line, and Lewis gets it out.
Just counting white jerseys there for a second on the ice there.
There's only 4. Randall along the boards has a bounce off his stick. Puck gets back out right. Just going to shoot it right back in. And no icing. I thought he was close to that line, but the referees don't think so. Wilson on the far side. Wilson just dumps it up through center, stolen by right as he picks that pass off. Crane has it, who scored a big goal. That puck changed direction. You could see Klatt moving the wrong way. And Randall with Callender, and then stolen by Nisker. Nisker in over the blue line. Fitzpatrick stayed on side, shoots it wide, and then on it quickly is Grasso. Grasso gets it, comes up ice. And then the puck goes back down. Salvo has it behind his own goal. Salvo stops, turns, coming back on this side, gets it up to the boards. Good play. Then long lead pass, it goes nowhere. Adams picks it up at the logo and then just fires it right down. And then Salvo gets it again. Grasso, pardon me. Grasso at center. Tried to slip it through the legs of Marson. Didn't happen. Marson still has the puck. Grasso's with him. And the puck goes down the ice. Got to make sure he's got that, and he's going to hang on to it. Referees say play it, so they do.
Nobody in the area there. You have to play it.
Lead pass stopped by Beiser. Salvo has it again, tries to get it up the wall, gets it up to Grasso, and then Grasso couldn't get it out. Having trouble. Smith doing some forechecking. Finally, the Sting get it out, get it to White. White coming down the right wing. White crosses over the line, loses his footing as Beiser takes the puck away from him.
Back check.
Oh, the back checking, as you heard Ken just say, that was a beautiful play. Puck outside. A little bit of knockdown. Along the wing, and then behind the goal, White tries to forecheck. Trying to get these numbers that are tucked in. It's number 44 is Morgalla. And unless I see his jersey from behind, I can't tell who he is. There's Morgalla. Has the puck, gets across to Zettel. Zettel misses the pass. Campbell has it. Campbell's got some room. Makes a nice move to get into the slot area, but then loses the puck, gets back to the point. There's the shot. Oh, good save by Wood. I don't think he saw that coming, and all of a sudden he realized it was there.
And I think it changed direction there as well. It might have hit a stick as well, but still, it got the leg out or made the save, and somebody came in and cleared away the rebound.
Well, Woods has been has been lights out. I know he's given up that one goal, and boy, that was one of the flukiest goals we've seen in the tournament.
There was nothing he was going to do there.
No.
Couldn't do anything.
And I thought, I learned something too, because I thought the moment that puck was high stick, no matter what happened to it, that it was over. But it was
into their own net. Yes. Yep. Now, if that was, the Sarnia player putting it into, it was Sarnia player to Sarnia into the net there, then of course they would have called that back for the high stick.
But I guess it's as long as your player's the one that touches it, then. But I thought so I was thinking, well, he hit a high stick, wasn't going to call. Oliver just got over center and puts it down the ice, going to get a whistle, going to be icing. 10:55 remaining in its U10 final between Center Wellington Fusion and the Sarnia Sting. Looking good right now this early in the game, but time's starting to become a factor for Sarnia. They had some great opportunities so far, but Reagan Woods has just shut the door and has played really well. And they didn't change the goalies, so they're like, this is Woods' game. Back to the blue line, Cameron Webb. There's a shot off a leg into the corner, and that was Zach Crooks getting a chance on the stick. Chasing out after Lucas Beiser. Beiser coming back, doing some back checking. Down the wing is Callender. It's number 14, and Beiser just will not.
Another good back check, but number 94 there, Bertrand, a little bit bigger, just basically threw him aside.
Yeah. wouldn't think that that'd be a factor at this age, but look at this.
There is a size difference there.
Yeah, Oliver's a big boy. Callender in his own zone. Callender in behind the net. Passes it up the wing. Can't get it started. But Brooks couldn't keep it in, or Walker couldn't keep it in. Morris out there. There's a shot through center. They're going to make this count. Going to play it. In the corner is Parker. Parker up off the wall. Nice way to try and get it out, but Sting keep it in. Into the circle. There's a shot just high and wide. Nisker going to get the loose puck along the boards. Just a little back pass. Gets it out. Nice play. Fanning on it is Wilson, but then he does get it inside. Randall has a chance. Sticks it. Score! Nice goal.
Oh, same thing. I don't know if somebody was in front of Woods, but before he waved at it, I think that was already in the back of the net there. We'll have to see the replay here.
That was a shot. Randall made it. So number 9, Randall. You're going to see him right in the slot area here. He's going to take the shot. No, I think it made.
No, did it just go off the defenseman's arm? Anyways, either way, Woods looks like he didn't see it. And it's in the back of the net. This makes this a hockey game. 3-2 game with 9.5 minutes left.
Wow. Shot out of the zone, Mason Osowski. But Center Wellington has got to play their game. They can't fall back and play kitty by the door. They got to come out here and do the same things they've been doing all game.
Yeah, Sarnia certainly had some scoring chances. You've talked a lot about the saves that Woods has been making, so they're getting their chances.
Well, right now, it's I think if I had to vote for a player of the game, that'd be my choice would be Woods, because, like you're right, he's made some really good stops. Sarnia on the loose puck. Morris takes his man out. Callender gets it through into the slot area. Here we go again. There's loose puck.
Too many feet there.
Thompson. To Fitzpatrick. Right up to Thompson. Just couldn't get the pass, but we're going to get icing on this one. Yep. Oh, that was such a nice play. If he could have just been another foot shorter. 8:22 here in the third period. You under 10 championship game, and folks, you're being treated to a really good hockey game.
This is what you like to see for a regional Silver Stick championship game. Nice close game, two good teams playing. Teams that finished first and second in the pool play, so they both deserve to be here, and they're giving us a great game.
Beiser along the boards. Rosso tried to knock him down. Then Beiser loses his footing. Loose puck out front of the net, picked up by Crooks. Crooks skates this out, scores! Crooks just gave a little wave to his team as he got being Johnny on the spot. They gained 2. That's coaching. They had that guy on the far side, so you're going to see the play here. And there's the deflection, and they got the winger in position, and Crooks doesn't waste any time, and he gets the pass.
Far side.
Yeah, good shot.
And a teammate of his driving the net, just in case there was a rebound.
In behind the net, Grosso just knocks it up on the boards to Oliver. Oliver through center to Bertrand. Bertrand trying to squeeze in past Nisker, and Nisker knocks him down, and I would think that could, but I guess not. Just that incidental conduct at this level. Chasing after it is right, just taps it back this side. And the Sting keep it inside the zone. Campbell along the boards, and he gets it back inside. Chasing after it is right. Fans on his clearing attempt. Nisker, and there's got to be a penalty there. Nope. Stepped on his stick, I see what they're saying. Maybe the referees want to let these kids play. You wouldn't say it at this level, but that's just trying to get it out of the zone. Sarnia, Bertrand just loses it. Nisker, he knocks it up the ice, and he's hooked, and heads off to the bench. Nisker's had a strong game.
He's had a great game. I mean, that's another player, we've heard his name a lot today. He's been great both in the offensive end and the defensive end, responsible, hard on the back check, doing a lot of good things out there for his team.
Another good shot on goal, a good save by Klatt. Yeah, and Shea Smith keeps it inside the line. As Beiser goes back after, tried to send it out. Randall's going to get it. They're going to be 2-on-2 break. Webb backing it up. Adams going to take the man. Adams should handle his guy, and it just shoots it high over the top of the net. Wasted chance that time, as they got to put that puck where that 24 square feet is. Right on to Crooks. Crooks got the last, and he gives it to Beiser, and Beiser can't handle the pass as they're changing up all the way around. Sting. Grondin just dumped it in front. They're not going to they got to work that puck in. Lewis at his blue line. Gives it off to Callender, and Callender can't control it. Right on top of it is Wilson. And Wilson just dumps it in, but then the Sting pick up the loose puck off the skate as Parker was forechecking. Randall in a crowd. Tries to get it up ice, but just right to the blue line and fired away. Grondin on it quickly. Time a factor now for Sarnia Sting, as they've got a 2-goal deficit, and they have got to get one very shortly. Now we have an overtime rule, and we also have the shootout rule too. So
5 minutes of 4-on-4, I believe, and then 5 minutes of 3-on-3.
There we go, this shot just wide. Randall had an opportunity, trying to stuff it in the side. It was off a leg and back into the corner. On top of his right. Right gets it back out to the blue line. Beiser, he's been a little buzzsaw this afternoon. Crooks can't get it out. Sting's pressure. 4:31, watching to see if that goalie's going to make a move to the bench. Morris, bounces over his stick. Saville tries to get it, does, just backs it back, but Wright's going to be there. He dumps it down the ice off Morris's skate. Gets some more distance. Simon Nisker again up front forechecking. Fitzpatrick misses him, Adams has it. Adams just going to put it on goal. Hit Klatt. Fitzpatrick again, there's another shot deflected just wide, and it just gets there. Webb knocks it back into the corner and down the ice. White has a chance, gets our head of steam up. White back into the center, and then a nice back check by Trent Crane. So, well, there's a trip. No call.
That's the whistles our way. Nisker definitely had his feet pulled out from underneath him there.
Borgala. Yeah, because you can hear just a little bit of noise coming out of the stands here at
yeah. I think parents are probably more nervous than the kids.
Well, yes. And, even just sitting up here, even sitting up here, you kind of get you get into it too, and it's. I'd hate to see this. I'd like to see Sarnia do well, but you also don't want to see Wellington. Bertrand trying to get back in the middle, no help at all. Fires it across the bow, but could nothing basically happen. But boy, that was dangerous in its own right.
Right through the blue paint there.
They sent it up. Woods just says, "I'm not having any part of this." And gets the face-off, hands the puck off to the goaltender, or to the referee, and who basically have called a good game. I think you're right. I think there's been a couple of calls that we thought that should have been called, and they've let it go. And that was to me was a major one. And they're letting the kids play. So
timeout, Sarnia.
So we're going to have a minute to figure. What are they going to tell them?
Yeah, I think probably what they're going to tell them here is, they want to get they want to win the face-off. If they win the face-off, going to get possession. Probably going to give the goaltender a heads up that they want him right on the net right away. I'm thinking 3 minutes left. They're going to pull him, and then drawing up how he wants all the kids to set up. Basically, a power play, 6-on-5 power play.
The face-off is deep in the zone. I'm going to put it over now.
Yeah, you know, you can make an argument for that, Gord. You can make an argument either way here. I think as a coach, and you just want to make sure you get possession. You're controlling the play. Otherwise, you know, you got them on the bench. Some strange things can happen. You know, even just as simple as getting the puck out of the zone off the glass, and it trickles down and goes into your empty net.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, there's so many ramifications about what can happen. And
I wouldn't be surprised if they have him stay way out high here. Don't even go all the way back to the net. Though he is going back to the net. I think he'd want to stay out kind of by the hash mark. Nope. Gord, you won this one. They're taking them out right now. They're pulling the goalie.
Well, nothing to lose, to be honest with you. They've been fairly good in the zone. Green has a chance to get it out, but does.
You just got to make
Oliver.
sure somebody's staying back there.
You just dump it into the corner. One of the things we talked about last night is you got 3 minutes to go, you pulled your goaltender. It's just as good just to bother them up and waste the time. Don't worry about scoring, just worry about getting the puck around where they can waste time. Calendar along the boards. Can't get the pass across ice. Kept it into Lewis. Lewis looked like he was shooting it into the corner.
He's one in the corner there. So
Lewis keeps it in. Good play.
In.
Now he passes it along the wall. Gets it to Calendar, gets centered out in front. Can't.
That one's going out. Just all bunched up there.
Lewis just dumps it in, and this is going to go the length of the ice. It's going to give an offensive faceoff with 1:56 remaining, and not sure this is what they wanted. 4-2 here with time running down and the major factor, 1:56, and of course the Fusion are winning this game, and of course Fusion, Center Wellington, Fergus area, and Sarnia, of course. Sarnia. And the Sting, of course, Sarnia Sting been in this arena a lot.
Looks like Center Wellington timeout now. They get there and take their 30 seconds here. Coach going to let them know what he wants them to do.
Referee sent Campbell across the ice. Looked like he was sending him. I thought he was waving him out of the circle or something. Of course, all these teams are allowed one timeout, and they'll get another one in overtime. If there is overtime, I don't think they're going to beat.
Now it's 4-2 here. Sarnia doing a good job keeping the puck inside the Center Wellington blue line, but not getting any scoring opportunities here since they pulled the goalie out.
Right. Playing back, Campbell gets it back to the point. Morris tries to get it back to Campbell, gets it into Grasso. Grasso has a chance and a shot. Wood.
A little bit of a quick whistle there. Easy to save from up here.
Wood knocked it off into the corner, but either side of the puck, and they're going to blow it. And I think that's the way to do it. Face off to the right, goaltender Woods. Sarnia is a good hockey team, and they, for a U2 team, they play very, very well. And
he pushed it right through.
Puck along the board, Beiser has it, and then he knocks it back out. Sarnia, Campbell. Campbell again, Randall. Randall in over the blue line, gets a shot, and just whistles it wide. On this side, getting control of the puck is Campbell, and he gets it knocked off his stick. Grasso. Morris, pardon me. Morris has it in, just fires it back in, got a chase. Time running down, 1:13, remember. Wired around the far side, and then it's kept in by Saville. Loose puck in front, Saville has it again. Tries to pat it, fired at the net, off a leg. Right, trying to knock the puck out and gets it out. Morris knocks it right back in, got to change up. Look at Nisker. Nice move through everybody. Nisker's going to have a chance to put it at the net. He does, and he puts it high and wide. But, he killed off a lot of time doing that. Nisker is one of the better players, of course, on the team from Wellington Center. There's the long shot. Look, this is going to find. Hit the post.
Off the post.
Hits the post. Well, we're going to see a whole bunch of gloves and sticks all over the ice in just a few seconds. Still no goal. Horn goes. Center Wellington wins this one over Sarnia 4-2, and I think the celebration has started. As you watch the teams celebrating, and boy.
Always one happy team and one disappointed team.
Well, look at the class. The Sarnia Stingers slapping their sticks on the ice, and that's a class move to congratulate the team. Having a handshake coming up right now. They're going to pick up their paraphernalia. We're going to wrap it up. Basically, you see that score on your screen, and of course, U2 final here, Silver Stick. Ken, good hockey game.
Yeah, it was a great U10 hockey game. That Center Wellington team, I think they proved today, why they're 8-0 in league play and why they were 4-0 in pool play here at the Regional Silver Stick. Sarnia came to play. That's a good hockey team, Sarnia. That's why they finished second in pool play, and they kept it close. A 4-2 hockey game. That's a great championship hockey game.
Well, it was, and of course we're going to pick some players in the game, and of course I really like Wood and the goaltender. That's what I would choose. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the number 14 there for Center Wellington.
Nisker.
I've lost his name, Nisker. I liked his game. He was great in both ends of the ice. Always skating hard, staying in position, hard on the back check, and we noticed him out there today.
Well, it's true. Both those players do deserve the player of the game, so I consider it a tie. I mean, both of them were contributing, but like I said, I was really impressed with the goaltending because he stopped some really shots and looked a lot older doing it than what.
You're right. Woods did make some great saves, and the two that got by him, I don't think he had any idea where they came from still, right? So he played a strong game. Well,
I really enjoyed this game, and this is Silver Stick hockey, and it was good that we had a final that was worthy of it, not a blowout. And we've got some more games to do this afternoon, but this one's over for us. Ken, this is Gord. We hope you folks have really enjoyed the telecast and inviting us into your